Here she is. Is your Fanny? Hi, Fanny. I do think that everybody, no matter their state of minds, is to be held accountable, right? And I did relay that to that person that they do owe some people apologies. I'm trying to work out how to go about that without that person being totally demolished by Brittany. Okay. Um, I'm working on it. Once I come up with a plan, I will let y'all know. But for now, um, the messages that I posted today, the messages that I posted. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I know that people think that this is gonna kick up some kinds of uh, thing for me, and it's not. I just think that I look at things differently, right? Like the hindsight, right? It's always going to be 2020, right? And the more people that I see this person have the same, it's like a mirrored relationship with, the more I see how much I was manipulated, right? And I don't necessarily like being manipulated, if you know what I mean. So, but there is some really, I need to proceed with caution, right? And I will say that when I say the word grooming, that's exactly what I mean, right? And I know that I have chosen to keep that person's identity a secret. It's not hard to figure it out. Um, there are people that know who it is. Hi. There are people that know, and certainly there have been videos posted of those screenshots from that conversation because I do think that people deserve to know what was said about them, right? Yeah, I need y'all to tap. I definitely need y'all to tap. The manipulation, I'm not protecting Sassy. I will not protect Sassy either. It is not Sassy, just so we're clear. Sassy did give up some screenshots that are talking about my mom, right? Um, but I'm not one, right? I think that because of the position that I'm in, where like my group chat has been talked about for 3 fucking years, y'all. Okay? My group chat has been discussed for 3 years. All right? Yeah, Canada Sassy. I'm sorry. I got confused. I know there's other Sassies around, right? Um, I think that it is important as individuals to hold ourselves accountable, right? I understand that. However, there are different mental statuses, okay, of people around. And when I say that, I'm not making an excuse. I want to be clear here because I absolutely told that person that she does owe people apologies for the things that she said in private. I also gave the conversations to anybody that was involved. If their children were mentioned, that's a hard boundary for me. Um, I'm working on it, right? But what I will say is there was one absolute adult in that conversation, and that person should have absolutely not allowed and entertained a conversation in the direction it went in, right? Now, if people are picking up on context clues, right, y'all know who I'm talking about. And I was at one point this person's friend, all right? When that person did something that did not align with what I believe to be the right way to do things, I held that friend accountable by removing that friend from my life, right? But she does. And I know that because I've seen the entire conversation, um, I could say that, right? I understand that not everybody has seen the whole thing. I know that there are people that know parts of it. There are people that do know what was said about them. Um, but my I will not protect the things that that person said. I will not defend the things that that person said. What I will defend is the retribution that she may deal with from Brittany. Because Brittany is in no position to be calling anyone out, right? Um, I'm trying to find the words to. Um, a lot of y'all have been with me for a long time, right? And I think that everybody knows that I really don't share my children. I don't really involve my children in what I do or the presence that I have on these apps, right? And I know, and with you, I'll use you for example because I didn't know until yesterday something that was said about your kid, and I really, even now still, having that entire chat, and my kids being ragged on, my mother who was gone for months when her criminal record came up, which is just crazy to me. Also, just so people know, I still have access to my mother's email and her phone. Okay, it would have been stupid for me to not have access to that stuff, being that I have to deal with the estate and probate, right? Why that stuff is a topic of conversation, or why people feel comfortable enough to contact a funeral home or the place that I held the celebration of life, is just wild to me, right? But then again, hindsight, right? I was remembering all the times that she came to me. Hi, Chuck. I was remembering all the times that she came to me with some things that were just way out of line. And no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Monster also tried to do the same. And she doesn't have anybody to do that right now, right? And that's fine. I personally feel very uncomfortable with kid talk. It does not make me comfortable at all. But what you're not going to do is know that I am sitting on things that you did, involved your children in, adult matters, okay? And not give that energy back, right? Because I thought that you said on that recorded call that we are the energy and you just return energy, right? As you threatened to put me in jail for what? I also noticed that you told her that the screenshot that I one time showed of the things in your hands, then that wasn't used on a relapse. You were offering to send them to me. So you can't even keep your story straight in between people. When I was friends with that person, I never involved them in drama. Okay? I did my best. Don't get me wrong. There were situations that would come up. People would go into her lives and start shit, right? And there were things that would come up where I would have to, right? But you were bad for that person. You were horrible for that person. And you took advantage of the intellectual disability and manipulated her. I don't even know, like, is that, it's literally, I think, the lowest thing that I think you've done. All while saying you love her, you don't give a shit. Somebody that gives a shit wouldn't involve her in this stuff. You say that Jiggy is the worst of the worst, right? Jiggy didn't even involve her in this stuff, dude. And don't even get me started on how I feel about the photos. It's sickening. Sickening, okay? It makes me want to vomit. It makes me want to vomit. it literally turns my stomach. And you exploited that person and you manipulated them. Don't get me wrong. I just want to make sure that I'm clear. I am not excusing what that person said in that chat. I'm not. I'm not. But you should have. You are the adult. You know better. And you used her. Lied to her. That might be like, out of everything that Britney has done, I think that this one is bad, right? It's bad. It's bad. All under the guise of you care. I just can't. It's truly sickening. It really is alarming, right? And I personally think that that belongs on a registry somewhere. I did what I did with that person's job because I felt that they did not need to be around a vulnerable population, and neither do you. I can't, it really bothers me, right? I also came across something on Reddit regarding what you guys just mentioned about what she said about Ella's daughter. You don't seem too worried about it here. That's how you know you made it? That's how you know you made it? You were degrading a minor. So, Gail, even that, right? I'm kind of talking about that when I say, like, as much as she spoke about my kids, it makes me really uncomfortable, right? Because I also have the conversation where I say, Brittany, why are you talking to her like that? And, like, think about it. Y'all, like, most of you, anyway, because most people that follow me are women, most of you were girls at that age, at that point, right? I would never speak to my children like that. There's nothing that my children could do that would make me speak to them like that. So I will say it again. Maybe you're the problem. Because that is just generational trauma. That you have clearly no, you don't even try to change it. You don't even want better for them. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. All while trying to talk about my parenting. There are a couple of people in here that know about my relationship with my kids, and I promise you, it is nothing like that. Nothing. Okay, that's first. Second, to so freely pass around a video of my son dealing with the police when he was right, twisting the story, oh, he's being disrespectful to police. He was well within his rights. That cop hit his car. Tracy, shame on you. Shame on you. It's embarrassing to me, honestly. And listen, I know I had a very long conversation with somebody earlier today on the telephone, and we were talking about like a lot of this stuff. And like, I understand that I gave her a foot in the door to this community, right? People would have never accepted her if I didn't allow that, right? And I really thought, and this goes back, I don't know if y'all have been watching the YouTube videos that I've been posting, but it goes back to something that I say in one of those videos where I say, like, she mirrors you, right? Like, it's really strange, and it's got to be some kind of psychological phenomenon, but she almost absorbs your, I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I see it, right? Like, and I did my best. There were times where she wanted to do something and I was like, don't do that. Don't do that, right? Well, see, mean girl, I get that, right? And I do think that that's a very serious problem here, but mental health does not excuse people from being held accountable. You know what I'm saying? My mother was dying, okay? And this person was dragging me on the internet about like, just crazy things, y'all. That's crazy to me. And then I know I sent them to Nods, screenshots of how I am obsessed with her, how me and Nods were harassing her. Why this phone? I know. I'm struggling. Take it easy, brother. Take it easy. Hi, Mel. I think that, oh shit, my phone is going crazy. I think that, um, but I understand that I played a huge part in a lot of listen, people did not like it when I gave Brittany a seat in that community, okay? A lot of people had a serious problem with me doing that, right? But I support anybody that could change behavior, right? And I did believe that she'd actually changed. I do want to really quick. I know that I have said, I know I've talked to people about this privately. I think it came up a little bit yesterday as well. I firmly believe that Brittany was the reason that my personal business got to Shafty. Um, yeah, it is, right? And so I do have, right, and it's unfortunate, Nods, honestly, because I think it had to happen that way for me to see, right? Because I do like to do things the hard way. I think that that's evident, right? But I see a lot of myself 10 years ago in Brittany, right? And I think that that was like something that I kept coming back to, right? This last time I had to acknowledge that she just doesn't want to be better. And that was before everything, like I knew everything. Now granted, certainly a lot more pieces are together now, right? Well, no, but same, Panda, right? Like I do really well at, and I know that a lot of people don't necessarily understand this about me. I do really well with having politics. I'll just call it politics, right? Hi, Jesse. I do really well with politics. Even if it's somebody that I don't necessarily care for, I can have an adult conversation with them. I've always been like that, right? That doesn't mean we're going to be besties. That doesn't mean we're going to go right off into the sunset together. But I can do that to get a situation solved, a problem solved. I will never attack, lie, manipulate. That's not really how I move, and that's why in 4 years there's never been a screenshot of me talking shit about somebody I talk to. I don't do that. If I don't like you, I'll generally just stay away from you. When you start attacking me, even then, a lot of times I just let it fly, right? I just let it go, right? But I'm on the phone, so it's easier. right? Um, I generally take multiple jabs before I just hit back, because I understand that when I do that, it comes with consequence, right? Because people do find me credible. Even people that don't like me, they'll still tell you I'm credible. I don't just lie about people. And that's true too, right? And that's true too. Because I don't know, like if you go back to like when this started, right? I wasn't reacting to Brit, right? I was putting things out that I felt I needed to, and I would just keep it moving. I love Walter. I love Walter. Hi. I was only, I very minimally, right? I wasn't doing lives. I could have very easily, right. Even there, right? I acknowledged the fact that I could have done the live that I did in November 3 weeks prior. I could have figured out the time to get it done, but I didn't. Therefore, I had to take the consequences of things spreading like wildfire, right? I understood that. I understood that I played a part in that. What I will never understand, I did see a lot of that, like somebody said projection, right? And when I was reading her DMs between her and this person, that's what I saw a lot of. It was like everything she said, I was like, that's you. Yeah, so Salty's not really around much either anymore. And that's another thing too, right? Like I said, like I had a really long conversation with somebody today about a lot of this stuff, right? And I think that for the most part, a lot of us are just done with it, right? Like we just want to like be normal people on TikTok. We don't want to have to be doing any of this crap. Nobody, like we don't. I think that it got to a point where, and I didn't start with wanting to do the timeline on Brit, but as I was chopping up that call, I was just like, right? And the fact that once I knew that she had been messaging the account that did post Monster's past husband, um, I knew that she knew, right? Like I knew that there was no way that she read the same thing that I read, which was only the first DM. I am absolutely. I'm doing that, but that's all she's getting. That's all she's getting from me. That's it. No mas. Okay? And I'll tell you why I'm doing that. I'm doing that for other people, right? Because of the messages that I got after I started dropping videos. I started getting messages from people saying thank you. We've been waiting for so long to somebody really to put a nail in her coffin. And let me just be clear, I don't think that this will be it, right? I do think that she will stay quiet for a bit, try to gather support in DMs and private places, and she will pop up on another side of TikTok, right? That's why I'm doing it. And I was talking, this came up in the conversation as well, where I said the Sage series took me a week. Organizing proof, getting everything together, right? This is 3 years. It's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a bit. So just be patient, right? Know that I'm working on it. And you also have to remember that there is a solid, hey you, there are people that were involved, like when Nods and Brownie and it was like Hutch and them. We're talking about Brit. When they were like the main people with the anti Ashy Cat community, right? That was all going on in the background, right? That's before my time. I came in after that, right? So I'm trying to get them to give me as much context as possible, and then I will start adding to it. But it is a lot. It is a lot, right? So just be patient. Know that it's being worked on. It is being worked on. And I've never been up to date on all the ins and outs of the discords anyway. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and I then everything needs to be fact checked. You know what I mean? It's gonna take me a while, but I'm working on it. It's gonna take me a bit though. It ain't gonna be up tomorrow. I do want to get my hands on the other call. I don't know if y'all follow Rainbow's YouTube. Rainbow posted the other call, the one that I want to get my hands on. And I haven't been able to, but I really didn't ask anybody for it yet. But I'm gonna. Because on that call, her friend was having a mental health crisis, and she was blaming me, Rainbow. I'm pulling it up now. Me, Rainbow, Jiggy, East Nasty. Listen, East Nasty, yes, is my friend, right? But East Nasty is not, she was never getting involved with, Karma's a bitch with the Rainbow Bright 8360. That call was wild, right? Because that's when I started thinking about doing the timeline, is when I noticed how much Monster and I's situation with Brittany was like the same. It was the same. So the way that she knew that those messages were coming from Goddess of Karma or Shafty, there's no way, right? And not only did I know that first message, she had been talking to that account privately. So she knew. She knew. And instead of telling her friend the truth so that her friend had some peace of mind, she lied to her and blamed other people that it absolutely wasn't for some personal vendetta. Some friend, right? Some friend. I forgot. Did somebody ask me something and I missed it? I'm sorry. I love breaks. Mel, I did not. What I can do is I can 3890. Hold on. 8360. Hi, Fuzz. You just reminded me I meant to text Crimson. But I can play it. And you know what? I'll play it. You want to hear it? I'll play it. I think I dropped him in Dropbox earlier. I was not in the whole live, y'all. The Pastor Petty live is what I'm talking about. I was not in the whole live. It was sent to me, and somebody said, you might want to get in here. Is that all you have to do is ask, and you will get the answer.
Wait, why does anybody know that? No, I am not on a level with anybody to come to them. I am nobody's friend.
I came to you. That's how
I'm nobody's friend. I'm nobody's friend. I'm not coming to you and asking nothing. And everybody that's in here, no, I'm not coming to them. If I shout out something on them that they doing, I am nobody's friend. I am not trying to save nobody. I'm not trying to give you a forewarning. When you come to this news station and you see or hear yourself on the program, that is not my fault that I caught that clip or somebody sent it to me. I'm nobody's friend. Do not ask that of me.
I mean, that's how you move. I'm good with that.
But CNN doesn't even move like you're expecting him to move. CNN, if they get a court document, they just go with it. If they see a video clip, they just go with it.
I wouldn't do that. That's just me, right? That's just me. However,
but you do things that we wouldn't do either, though.
Like what? Right.
Is that all, March?
Huh?
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. This is what people don't understand. When I have nothing to hide. Every single part of my life has been aired out by a scumbag ex-friend. Okay?
We just went over 20 minutes of the things that you've done that we wouldn't have done.
Like what?
So that's why I just don't understand why we have to recap it.
Oh, why can't you name it then?
Because why? That's what my point is. It's like you want to argue.
Listen, it is not my credibility that's being fucked with at this point, right? So that's about all I have to say on it. So let me give some context, right? I think that that girl thought I was Brit. Because that was the conversation before me. It wasn't about me. Now, I know for a fact that multiple people, Gail, not just you, did contact him and said, "What are you doing?" Right? They messaged him and were like, "What are you doing?" I myself sent him a message on Reddit. And it was on May 3rd, right? But I'm so afraid of Pastor Petty, I hopped right into his box. Why would I do that if I was so petrified? Anyway, May 3rd, DM on Reddit to me and Pastor Petty. You may want to do your research first. The girl Brit is a scorned ex-friend. All of the proof is still up on my YouTube, which it is. And I even put it in a nice little playlist, right? Super embarrassing for her to keep trying. You can never ruin somebody with lies. She's also known to manufacture proof, so be careful. Do I sound afraid to y'all? He says, "Look, it was messy. That's all I have to say." I said, believe you when I tell you. Believe me, I'm sorry. When I tell you she's desperate for my attention. I did a live in November and I shouted her in 45 minutes and then people were paid back. That was all she was getting from me. We're not even close to the same level. He says, I like messy, but I heard a lot and got a lot of info after that live. Not my proudest live to know who was in my box. I said, my mother also died, Pastor Petty, in January, and she swore that she wasn't sick. She's a lunatic, and she altered a doctor's note from my mother's doctor. I get it. Just do your homework. I was sent the screenshots, so I didn't know, and we're not mutuals because I lost the original villain's account. I'm sorry to hear about your mother, R.I.P. I said, I don't have a reason to lie, but she does. She craves attention. I said it's fine, but that girl was too busy being butthurt about being blocked and running a smear campaign to think about any of that. She's friends, quotations, with people that you associate with. I use friends because she is no one's friend. Fact. I have nothing to hide. And no matter how much proof has been shown, she keeps on with her delusions. Anyone knows that they could come to me and get proof of what they need, but she doesn't get a second of my time. If you have questions, I will answer them, but she gets nothing from me ever. I also don't check this often, so you may want to DM me on TikTok. Now, this is after she hops in his box. Just so you know, you sat on your platform with not only incorrect information, but also calling me a scammer without proof or receipts. Next time, maybe go look for the proof so you don't wind up looking silly. The proof is still all up. There's no excuse for what you did. Does that sound like somebody that's afraid? But then, after yesterday, right? So after he went live, what he did was show me that he has no interest in truth and receipts. That's, sorry, but that's true. True. Okay? Fact. So, like, why would I worry about it? Oh, I'm just warming up. I haven't even gotten started on Brit yet. Hi. I do need to find a way to approach the grossest thing that I have ever seen anybody around here do. I'm I'm not cooling down at all. So that's that. sucks. It sucks to be such a piece of shit to everybody you know, you know? I can't imagine being so, you know? Nobody wants me around. Family, friends, no one. Could never be me. But no. Yeah. My kids, my mother, all fair game, right? No boundaries anymore. Sorry. I mean, that's your business. That's your business. You could sit with that. Good luck. Everybody else ends oh so perfectly. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather better company. You know? That's just me, though. Good. Good luck. Good luck. Wait until it's your kids. Which it already has been. You just don't know it. We don't want to talk about that, though. Right? We don't want to talk about that. It's all good. All good. Right. Good luck. How many people in here know and it's all ended the same? I'd rather people that don't talk about kids. That's just me. That's just me. You know what I mean? Not my problem. Hi, monster. Not my problem. Nate thinks that he's going to wind up differently than everybody else that Brittany's been friends with has. Good luck. Yeah, it's never going to end. It's never going to end. You want to speak? You going to come up? You could talk. I am having a great day. Great day. It's not my problem, you know? Yes?
Yeah. You said that she talked about our kids. What'd she say?
Well, she talked about. I told you what she said.
You never told me what she said.
I did. Check your DMs with me.
I don't have any from you.
Oh, did you lose the account?
The original, yeah.
It might have been your main account.
October.
Yeah, it might have been your main account.
What'd she say?
Yeah. Not that I'm just. She told me about the situation that you guys dealt with.
Uh-huh. The one that you brought up in your live and said that we shouldn't trust her.
What do you mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She asked
it
me
could
if she
never
could
be
talk to
me.
you about it.
I'm sorry.
She asked me if she could talk to you about it when I told her.
Right.
So there was
But
no
did she do
issue.
that before or after she told me?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter to me.
I mean, that's your business. Honestly,
Like
that's your
it
business.
was when I told her. She asked me because you were gone. She
Where
said,
was I
"Does
going?
March know?" You were in Florida or something. I don't know.
That's incorrect because I remember where I was when she called me to tell me about it.
You said you were getting off of a plane.
I was getting off of a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. That ain't my business, right? Because I know it all ends the same. So anybody that chooses it is taking their own risk, right? Exactly, Sam. Exactly.
Why would
Exactly.
who trust who?
What?
Somebody said, "Why would you trust her?"
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's just me, though.
She's never done anything wrong to me.
I mean, but knowing the things that she's done, you don't think she'll do it to you when she did it to everybody before you?
She knows very, very important information that she's never said.
Until you piss her off. Good luck.
I don't go around pissing people off.
I mean, all I did was block her for being a two-faced cunt in her server,
Well, that's y'all's business.
right? So when you draw a boundary and she does the same thing to you, then what? That's not my problem,
It's not mine either. She's not done anything to me.
right? So, that's not. I don't know. I'm good.
Actually, I told her she could.
Right. I'm good on that. It's not my problem. You know what I mean? What is my problem is her talking about my kids, dragging my dead mother. So I promise you, the second that you put a boundary there, you'll know. Right. Not my problem.
I mean, I understand everybody's issue and every individual thing. I understand why no one trusts her, and she's just not done anything to us.
No, and listen, I understand that. I understand that. Hold on. Wait, Sam. I understand that because I felt that way, right? I felt that way until, thank you, Monster. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. All I did was tell her I don't have the time to sort through the he said, she said shit, and she lost her shit. Now, mind you, in the meantime, she was in her server telling people I scammed for 7 grand, 10 grand, never happens, right? Never mind the kid talk. Let's never mind the kid talk, right? Then she lied because Monster knows. Do you like listen? And this is the truth of it, right? Nobody likes to have to apologize. Nobody wants to have to do that, right? But when you're wrong, you're wrong. And she did the same thing to Monster. She knew that those accounts were goddess of karma, Katie.
I don't know anything about that. I've not been watching anything.
Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I do know that Monster was in a lot of lives talking about you
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to come after you for doxing her.
Right, but did you ask Monster? She's in the chat where she got that information from. Where was she getting the lies to push from?
I have no idea.
Mm. Yeah, it's wild.
All I know is that Monster said it was from 2 years ago.
It was. No, it was. Monster's trying to come up. Monster, you gonna get me banana? Hold on. We're all gonna talk, right? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm not mad or nothing.
No, you're good.
Oh, I'm gonna behave. I would never. Yes, of course I was on lives talking shit about Margaret. Listen, I thought that she did me wrong. So of course I was. And not only that, she was being sent anytime I said anything. So she knew that I was.
Right.
Yeah.
But now, Monster, that you've been like that you're on the other side of your friendship with Britt, do you see what I was saying the whole time about it, right?
You know, I think that I would have been able to better deal with what was happening to me currently if she had inside information and wasn't telling me. It made my job a lot harder. Because I'm out here fucking thinking you did it and ready to do pitchfork shit. So, Margaret, like
I know because I watched it on football. Not I watched it, but like from the second that East Nasty woke me up that morning and she was like, you're gonna need some coffee," and I was like, it's just and I feel like in that day I did more trying to figure out who was behind that account than somebody that was supposed to be your actual friend, and that's not what it should be. Like at all.
So yeah. So anyway, I just came up here to say that you're not going to shock Margaret with anything that I was doing because I was doing it so that she would hear me.
Yeah, no. And we talked.
I'm not trying to
like
shock anybody.
no, but like, and that so I think that I'm glad that this is happening on a live so that I could elaborate. Right.
Hi, Ashley.
When that thing happened between Monster and I, right? Back. I'm going back to years, right? I was mad at the comment, right? So I didn't want to talk to her about it, right? Had I talked to her about it, a lot of things would have been cleared up as far as the assumptions that were being spread, told to me, and taken as fact, right? That was
if I was able to even explain it at the time, because I was a fucking drunken blackout mess. So I'm just being real.
No, I understand because like I did try to talk to you that one day on the phone, but
girl, I know I wasn't trying to hear you. You were trying to help me.
Right, like I was trying.
You were the enemy.
Right, and it even still, right? Listen. I am a firm. I believe in everything happening for a reason, and there is a lesson in everything. Right now, with that being said, the way that everything played out, right, and the things. Listen, the things I've seen her do to somebody that is not on the intellectual level that the rest of us are on are outright disgusting and predatory. Point blank. Period.
I just heard about that.
Okay. That conversation alone is the worst thing that I have ever seen her do.
Did you talk about that yet?
A little bit, but not in detail. I don't want to say who it is. I don't want to do that to that person. I know that there are people that know. I explained that I have given screenshots to people that felt that she does owe apologies to, right?
Yeah.
And I can't shield her from that. I can't. I will protect her from Brittany though, because what she did was disgusting to her. And now, so that's 3 friends in 1 week that are telling you it all ends the same. If you want to take that risk, that's on you. That's not my problem. But to hop in my life and tell me cool down when I just got screenshots of that girl calling a funeral home about my dead mother, that ain't gonna happen, bro.
So are we in agreement that like no boundaries, right?
I have no boundaries when it comes to her. Absolutely not.
Okay. I was just making sure.
I was gonna say, I didn't say to cool down.
No, you didn't, but Nate did. I didn't mean,
That's why I hopped in.
right. So that is not going to happen. My children were shared. I have never, not one time, shared my kids' information like that. For what? Because I drew a boundary as a friend when she was doing things to me that weren't that you don't do to friends. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Peen, it's not me anymore. Not me.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm good. And listen, I've never really, I drew, like, Shafty was really the only person where I was like, if you're going to fuck with that, you need to be away from me. Right. Like, I don't do that to other people. But that's your business.
I wanted to fix something too on your live. I have never modded for Shafty. I was always in there on my own name.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? I was in there for the tea. She was mad at you. I was mad at you. And there's where I ended up.
Salty, listen, as far as I'm concerned, I have always done really well at not doing other things, right? When the John situation happened months ago, I still took a lot of shit from people that I fucking shouldn't have, right? And I still never reacted that way. My kids, my mother, my siblings, I got nothing for her at this point. Nothing.
Listen, the shit that I saw that she said about me behind my back when she was my friend.
Oh, imagine.
You know, yeah.
Imagine that.
And it didn't come out right until I wasn't her friend anymore because people were like, yeah, I didn't really want to say anything because I knew you weren't going to believe me. And so they kept, and then they start coming out and I'm like, holy
and
shit.
That's the same thing that happened to me. So when she had been spreading shit about me in her server for months and I didn't know about it. I was driving home from Boston, right? And somebody sent me a text message and said, I just want you to know I am not okay with the conversation about your mother in the server. And I said, what do you mean? Right? And I, at that point, I distanced myself. And then I had a conversation with Tay a couple of days later where she showed me that Britt was literally fueling the Lily and Tay thing for no reason, right? For what? And that's when I really backed off, right? Then I got the screenshots from the server sent to me, and that is when she got blocked. Once she got blocked, all hell broke loose, okay? All hell broke loose. The fact that she knew that I was very much in an abusive relationship with somebody that was actively using a substance and chose to manipulate him, right, was disgusting to me.
Once I figured out that was what was happening and you explained that to me.
Lily and Tay one phone call. They were on the phone with him for like hours one time, and that was it. They knew, right? Because you got to remember, the people that were my friends were around and had context that people on the internet didn't have, right? And I begged him, don't make me defend myself. Like, don't do that, right? I begged for
Lily.
that to happen. And for what? All I did was distance. That's all I did. And I became a scammer. I was a liar, but now she's telling people to answer their questions about other people, I'm not clearing shit up, dude.
Yo, do you know what all it took for her to turn on me? Not answering her text messages fast enough.
It's the same thing.
Because I had to, because I had just found out that pictures of my
Right,
husband dying were being
right,
shared, and I
right,
needed a little breaky break, right?
right,
Because y'all know what happens when I get triggered.
right. That's what's
So,
crazy to me is it's literally, and listen, don't get me wrong. I was not, Monster and I were not having this conversation until after the Britney thing, right?
mhm.
Because then it was clear. It was clear the pattern of the people that she has done this to, and it was just clear. And I got a call and they said, "Do you want to have a group chat?" And I was not, at first I said no.
Mhm.
At first I said no.
Mhm.
And I was really apprehensive, but I always say to do that, right? I
Yeah.
always say to do that, and I'm glad that I did, because things in hindsight are always clearer, right?
For Reckitt to tell her we would still support her, that we already knew all we needed. Yeah, my friends from my yeah, you put the water in there, baby. Sorry, my daughter's graduating high school tonight.
Oh,
um,
congratulations.
yeah, we made it.
Listen, that's a win, you know what I mean?
You know, she's still alive, like healthy. You know, I did my job. Get
Right,
out.
right, right.
But yeah, so I just want to say that like I feel like the time was right
Mhm,
now
mhm.
because I was able to hear you after a lot of healing that I went through. Um, and I was able to see through what was happening and able to distance myself
But
from
I
her.
don't think that I would have heard you then either, right? Like,
Right.
there's so many things, right? Like, I was unclear about the facts regarding that situation, and
Hmm.
I went through something extremely similar, right? So I probably,
Which neither of us knew. Isn't
right,
that
right, right,
insane? It
right,
was the
right,
same
right.
thing.
But I wouldn't have been able to relate
Right.
until after. You follow
Yep.
me? So
Totally.
like, and that's why I say like everything happens for a reason. However, what I will say is I'm not going to tell anybody to not be that. That girl needs friends. I'll say
I
it.
tried so hard, man.
So did I, but I'm still the enemy, and that's fine. I'll be the enemy. But people need to be aware of the things she does. And
I
that
just didn't want to be the one that left, and I was like, that's what kept me hanging on, you know? I didn't want to be, I was really fucking trying to like,
mm, I feel you. Trust me. I feel you. And that's all I'm saying. And but absolutely not. Hi baby. Is anybody going to tell me when I say I'm just getting started, because I am. And don't tell me simmer down, because it's not your kids. It's not your mother. It's not your fucking siblings. The girl had no boundaries. And for what? What did I do? What did I do to her? Nothing. All I did was ask for space. My mother was dying.
yeah.
That's it. That's all I did.
Yep, and I wasn't even,
And what she did to Monster, listen, there ain't no way in on the planet that I read that first DM and I knew. I knew.
you
And
should
I
have told
said,
me.
why is she telling her it's me, East, Jiggy, and Rainbow instead of who it actually is? Because, well, I did say this. The person will tell you I said this. Those things are not things that Brittany did. Only certain people accuse her of those things. That's how
Right.
I knew who it was. And that was before I knew that Brittany had been communicating with that account for weeks. She knew it wasn't us. She knew it wasn't us. So what's
Really
more important?
disappointing.
What's more important, a personal vendetta or your friend's mental health and peace?
And she was hoping that I was just gonna, which I did. I was, because she was hoping that what would happen exactly happened. Um,
But again, I will say, right, that you can never hurt somebody with lies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It will never work. Okay? Ever. Hi, Nods.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay. Cajun Katie, so I have a question. You and I guess that's Nate in the comments are saying, oh, but she hasn't done anything to me. Like, I'm cool with her. So you're cool with everything you've witnessed her do, not what we've said she's done, what you can go or could go until she deleted it on her YouTube and see that she says about children, deceased people, dying people.
Well, you never think it's going to be you. Listen, I get it, right? Because I understand. I thought it was never going to be me, right?
Yeah, me too.
But wait until you try to just put a little bit of boundary there, right? And you'll see what happens. Like
Dude, I
literally,
turned.
Monster just wasn't on her phone. That's all it
Yeah,
took.
I went to the movies to escape, and I turned my phone off and left it in the car, and she was already on the phone with somebody telling them that my 5150 was fake.
Can I get that call, Monster?
Yes.
I'll edit if whatever. I won't put anything.
I have it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've been
hers.
thinking about it. It just.
Yeah, I have it.
I'm sorry.
That was all, yeah, and all it took was that, a couple hours off the phone, and she already switched. And then I texted her and I said, I heard the phone call and everything you said about me. She said, what did I say? Okay.
That. I don't remember that.
Also, the swearing on your kids when you know you are absolutely lying.
Well, how about telling me, well, I'm so upset, I'm going to go use as I am in recovery.
Okay.
And I have,
Let's talk about that because that is a very frequent manipulation tactic for her.
I can't be told stuff like that. I'm in recovery. Like, I'm not the one. So you know what I did? I messaged somebody that was close to her and told on her because I cannot be responsible for that. Sorry. I told. And I did the right thing.
No, you absolutely did the right thing. I did see that. Hi, Miranda.
I can't be
I'm
responsible
going to drop
for that.
down, though. I just wanted to ask Katie that. And also, I wanted to ask Katie, did you enjoy the Laurie? Because I did. I did. With my chest.
Didn't actually see that.
Hilarious. I'm just saying. It is funny, right?
I'll be watching though, but I'm gonna drop down.
You're good, thank you. I get it, right? Because I never thought it was gonna be me. I never thought that she would do the things that she did to me. I never saw her coming. I'll tell you that straight up. And I didn't think that it would start a 9-month smear campaign. I didn't think that she would manufacture and twist things. Lily. I didn't think that she would do that. And that's just me being honest. And it was 9 months. I sat and took it. 9 months before I opened my mouth.
Yeah. Well, the no reaction was getting really aggravating.
Oh, I know. Listen,
I said, you are going to fucking hear me, bitch.
I will tell you, I am a spiteful bitch. If I know what you want, I will purposely not give it to you.
You did, too. You will hear me, right. Margaret.
I listen, and again, like, I can't, I don't know. I'm big on patterns of behavior, right? The best prediction of a future pattern is a past behavior, all right?
Facts.
And
and that's what they were hoping with me, right? They thought I was gonna fucking freak out and relapse and all the shit. Do you know that I just surpassed?
I'm not excusing it, Huggable Dork. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant at all. But go ahead.
15 months alcohol free, y'all. 15 months alcohol free for me. That came with a lot of healing.
Oh, it has to. It has to.
So,
It has to.
I will be damned if somebody on this internet thinks they're gonna come and swipe it from me. So
Mm. It's
not
really,
happening.
it's really unfortunate, right? Because you would think that like your friends, right, that would I don't know. It's unfortunate. And listen, I get it, right? I understand that you want to be a friend to her. I get it. Because listen to me, y'all. I took shit. I took shit for a while when I started chilling with Brett. People unfollowed me and stopped fucking with me on that alone. Right? But I didn't care because I wanted to be a good
Thank you,
friend to her.
everyone.
I wanted to show her better behavior. And
That's what I wanted to.
where did
But
that
and you know, it got to the point, Margaret, where though I was co-signing some really fucking foul shit because I was under the guise that she was attacked constantly, right? So I'm just like, why are we not tit for tatting? Like
I think
kids for kids, docs for docs. Like I was about it.
it's really hard. Listen, I have been doxxed. I have been John fucked with, right? Like, and I have
Right.
still kept a hard no. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I almost went there when like he got arrested. I almost went there, right? But I didn't, right? But now like after the screen recording of the chat, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't do it. No.
And for her to be running around all, oh my God, does anybody have the tea about the minor stuff? There is no minor stuff. Knock it off. It's
No.
ridiculous. It's stupid.
Right.
My
And
daughter
that
just
was
said
my
that's
bad.
crazy.
No, that was just my bad because I didn't I wasn't clear enough that like those screenshots were not actually something that was dug into. That was not my intention. I didn't honestly think that people were going to run with it at all, right? But Monster, that's the same thing that she did to me, right?
Yeah, it's just the side of TikTok that I'm on. Everyone ends up being a pedo, so it's like, oh
Ooh.
fuck. Yeah.
But I see like when people do that, I feel like they take away from like the seriousness of those crimes, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys are trying
Yeah.
to create victims. That's disgusting. Stop that.
But the chat that we've been talking about is really it's disgusting to me. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's super unfortunate because she doesn't think that she's any better than that. And like that just carries over. It's really I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
But I mean, Katie, I get it, right? I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, but please don't tell me what to do either. Because I did sit and take it for 9 months, right? I did. And I'm not doing that anymore. And even still, I'm just going to deal with the timeline and then it's crickets, right? That's it. It's going to take me a while though. It's going to take me a while.
Salty, I'm just gonna say that if it was any valid fucking accusation, it definitely wouldn't have taken 4 years to come out.
Crimson, I was thinking about you before and I meant to text you, but I forgot. But I
So
think
I'm
it's
gonna
something.
get off here real quick.
Go ahead.
I
You're
have to go and get we're getting ready. So
Well,
I just wanted to hop up.
congratulations.
Thank you. All right, y'all.
Have a good night. Hi, Chrissy. I'm not going to tell anybody that it's your choice, right? But then all I ask is the same respect. That's literally right. Like,
I'd like to answer the questions I was asked.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, living the dream, I think, ask if I advocate for Brittany. No, she's an adult. She can advocate for herself.
Mm.
I like Britt off the app.
Mm.
She's completely different than on the app. To me, she is anyways.
I get that. I get it. And I'm not going to.
I don't agree with everything that she does, just like I don't agree with everything Nate does. We're all different people. You know what you did. We're all different people. And we're all going to have different things to say and different ways to say things. And it doesn't mean that I agree with what she's saying just because I'm friends with her.
No, no, no. I'm not saying that at all. I don't want. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. And I can understand. Like I get it, right? Because I was the same way. I understand, right? But just keep it out of my space. That's all.
No, I get it. I get it.
You know what I mean?
And and you're
Because
right.
you
People
and
are who they
I.
are, yes, but also people on the internet aren't always who they are in real life.
Mm, this is true. This is true.
And like I don't want anybody to be mad at us or anybody else for being friends with people or talking to other people. It's the Ashy Cat saga starting all over again.
Um, I will say this. Both of y'all unfollowed me. I would probably guess that Britt gave you an ultimatum like she tried with 7 other people, and that's fine. But
I
then,
didn't. I unfollowed you because of your live.
what life?
Whenever you brought up our situation and that Britt ran to you with it
She did.
because you didn't have all the information. You didn't know that she asked me first.
And that might be true, right? That might be true. But in my experience, I've seen her do it to everyone else, right?
Oh, I get it. I get it.
So, and I think that well, and that too, Salty, right? Let me tell you something. I know that people have this idea that like the people around me are just like yes men and they do my dirty work. Let me tell you something. The people that are my friends because they hold me accountable. Whether they do that publicly, privately, they do it, right? My friends are the first person, my friends, not my acquaintances or associates, are the first person to tell me if I did something wrong, right? The kid talk is disgusting, and I know because there were several situations that I had to say don't do that, right? Now if she does it to you, me, Monster, everybody in this whole chat, really, then she'll probably do it to you. So I'm just, that's that, what you do with that is your business, right? But don't take it out on me, especially when that girl's been dragging my entire life, lying about me for 9 months. I finally react, and you're telling me to cool off. It's been 9 months. Kind of weird. Riots needs to do that filter with the law. Can I play it? Can I play it? Can I play some? Can a mod block get your Shelly out, please and thank you? Where was it, Nods? Is it Rainbows or yours? Hi, Suze. On yours. Okay, I got you. Katie, I'm just being honest. I don't want you to get shit, and I'm about to talk shit. So if you don't want to get in trouble, you don't have to stay.
Get in trouble with who?
Britt. Hold on. Which one is it, Nuts? Is it the first and the second? This one.
Fully prepared to match energy. Okay? After 4 fucking years, I am fully prepared to match your energy with my chest. Fully prepared to match energy. Okay? After 4 fucking years, I am fully prepared to match your energy with my chest. Fully prepared.
Hi! Yo, I was thinking about you the other day and I meant to text you, but I forgot. I apologize. I suck at life these days. I really, really do. So, Katie, I never heard it till the other day either, and that is hilarious. Like, let's be honest. Little wait.
Wait! Maybe y'all fucking dirty. Y'all dirty. That's your
I'm sorry. So yeah, I know. Well, because Riots, you're never really around either, And my lives are generally they're from a live. I'm not sure when it was, but they clipped it up, and that is on Posty's YouTube. No. I don't know how to get you down either. Hold on. Oh boy, here we go. I got it. You're ready to drop, Katie?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. I don't really do this, you know. Hold on. Oh, she got it. She got it. So yeah, Posty Princess, right? Is that the name? Yes, Posty Princess. And the caption says, when when wildebeests are hungry, they get cranky. Y'all, can somebody listen? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Can somebody tell me if I'm wrong here? Because was that just me? Yeah, I'll play it again for you, just for you, Princess Sarah. Hold on.
Fully prepared to match energy. Okay? After 4 fucking years, I am fully prepared to measure energy with my chest. Fully prepared.
Can I ask a question? I'm totally. Oh, listen. I am totally being 1000% serious. Does anybody think that she's the one that doesn't match energy? Like if we had to listen. Oh, you have no idea. You haven't been around, have you? It's bad. Are we the ones? Are we the ones that don't match energy? I don't know. Because I could swear that I've been ignoring her. Clean ignoring her for 9 months, y'all. Did I dream that? Am I thinking, am I not, do I not have, that'll get me nerfed. Do I not have, a clear recollection of events here? I'm just... because she was telling people I was poking her. I was poking her. Yeah, I was poking her. And why... Posty Princess, why anybody would be doing a background check on my deceased mother? It's crazy to me. Oh, rainbows. I'm sorry. Sorry. Hold on. Lily, she told the Mac Nation side of TikTok that she's YouTube famous. That she's YouTube famous. I had no idea. I had no idea she was YouTube famous with 1,000 subscribers. Hold on, I'm trying to. Rainbow. Karma's a bitch. I'm sorry. Rainbow Bright 8360. Is Rainbow in here? She's usually in here. Oh no, I'm serious, y'all. And now remember, those are people that I'm not really friendly with, right? Like the Mac Nation side of TikTok, that they don't like me over there, right? And when I spoke to May, it was May that I went to tell her absolutely not. Rainbow, Jiggy, me, and East had absolutely nothing to do with that, right? And then she tried lying. Oh, it wasn't just them. It wasn't just them. It was Papa. You literally didn't bark earlier. I know. It's because I'm telling you, they don't bark at me anymore. They bark at everybody else. It was Savage and Nicole. They started, right? Then Grow Queen and Meme, and then Wreck It and Monster, and then I started clipping up that call. And she tried to go to Meme and Grow and be like, I always said it was Goddess of Karma. And Grow Queen was like, bitch, no, you didn't. Marge did. Because I knew. Why is Brit on my shit list? Do you want the Cliff Notes version? Oh, Lily, wait until you text me. Because I can't really share it publicly. And I'll forget. Why is Brit on my shit list? I'll give you Cliff Notes version, okay? Cliff Notes version is Brittany was a friend of mine, and when she tried to manipulate two of my best friends to separate themselves from me, I blocked her once I realized that she was going behind my back and lying to people about me. She then went on a 9-month-long smear campaign, dragging my dead mother, saying my mother wasn't sick. I lied, even calling the funeral home and the place that my mother's celebration of life was at, because she didn't believe me that my mother died. Buddied up to my ex. We are not together. I have been single for over a year. My ex, who was struggling with an active addiction at the time, melted his brain, made it way worse than it needed to be. Now she likes to share videos of my children, while simultaneously grooming a mentally not adult person. Is that clear? As like a little Cliff Notes version for you. Hi, baby. I think that was pretty fair. Yeah, pretty much, right? But again, like, I thought that I was, it's an adult with the mentality of a not adult. I really am trying to, I understand that person did things that they're going to have to answer for, right? I'm not excusing her from that. But I will not put her on a silver platter for Brittany. When did she target Mac or Izzy? Oh, no, you're thinking, no, listen, not official Brittany Ann. No. I gotta start, you know what, guys, I'm gonna have to start pinning it. Like, I'm not talking about official Brittany Ann. No. Actually, if everybody can pray for her, she has I think it was yesterday was the service for her. Yes, different Brittany. No. We're talking about her was before she like tucked tail and hauled ass. Just Brittany, bitch Brit, that bitch Brit. Also, does anybody remember Brittany having a large TikTok following? Because I don't even think she had a large TikTok following when she was dealing with Nani way before me. No, right? Never. I just want to know how you record a call that you know you lie your ass off on, okay? And then you send that link to people. Like, even in the call that I recorded with me and Izzy White, that she posted thinking she was hurting me in some way. Meg, did anybody hear me say anything on that call that would have been like out of character or like a lie? The lies that she told on that call were like, hi, Rhonda. You know what I'm saying? But this one really recorded that call with a bunch of bullshit and said, I'm going to send this to somebody to clear my name. And then it fell into my lap. That's got to grind her gears, huh? Imagine sending an unlisted video to somebody and it getting to me. That sucks. That sucks. Right, I don't remember. I remember like I plugged her page like over the summer and she got to like 600 and then somebody bought her followers and that was the only time I saw her crack 1,000. So I don't know where the large TikTok platform came from. Knowing what I know now, right? I see a lot of similarities there, right? Because y'all got to remember, facts. I was the reason that Odin, not the reason, let me back up. Nanny was the reason, right? But my conversation with Cloud's old server is what opened the door for Odin, right? So, like, I started by defending Brittany. Right, you remember that? Y'all, doesn't that seem like a lifetime ago? Because it does for me. I know she is. She's lurking. She's lurking. But, like, that's where it really started. And it was, oh my God, I could never thank you enough. Thank you so much. But then, you name your server Click Claim Click, right? And then your TikTok name, Your Favorite Bitch. You can't fit in my skin, baby. Just so you know. Just letting you know. You might need like 2 or 3 of me to fit into the skin that I'm wearing, you know? But I have never. What do you mean you lost the dog? I have never. No, I'm not. I'm actually like pretty small and I'm short. I don't know why people think that I'm taller than I actually am, but like I'm short, like in real life. But I've never, has anybody ever seen me like copy a thing that Brittany's done? Because in her mind, I have. Listen, I used to fuck with Nanny too. I'm not going to say it. I can't say nothing because I did. You know what I mean? I did too, right? I have a really hard time with people being blamed for things that they're not doing, right? Good, bad, indifferent. No, absolutely not. Y'all are killing me. Listen, I used to get along with her. I'm not gonna say wrong. Like I didn't. I did. I got along with her, but when I started to see proof of things being not what they were, that's where I had an issue, right? I think I actually just privated those videos that I had on my YouTube forever, like recently, if they're even private. And I beg Odin at least 3 times a year to come back. At least, like at a very minimum. But I understand just like, and this is where I'm at, right? Like, I want to be done so badly, but something comes along that I just cannot ignore, right? Like, I can't ignore it, and I can't keep my mouth shut, right? And I did a really good job at ignoring Brittany. I didn't go. I know she thinks this is crazy, dude. I haven't watched a single thing that she said since, like, I'm not sure if it was September or October, so I just say October, right? She says she doesn't watch me, but in the DMs that I have, she's absolutely watching me. Right, but that's what and that's what I'm saying. So Odin is doing the right thing by not being at all, right? Like, I get it. I see how it could become a problem, because there's been several times I tried to put some distance between myself and this stuff. This is the longest I actually went. But it is also because I was not watching things. I tend to be more reactive when I'm seeing it, right? If I don't see it, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't get me to the point where I need to say something. Oh my God. Y'all, I'll play it again just for shits and giggles. I also, who's in here? Haley, Meg, I watched this live. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh wait. Oh, look at what I got. Y'all are gonna have to tap for this though. This is a live from Rainbow, that Rainbow reposted. It is of Monster, and she is listening to the call that Brittany had with one of her friends. Okay, one of Monster's friends. Okay, it is a recorded call between Brittany and one of Monster's friends, where Brittany is making it about her, not her friend, in having a whole mental breakdown. Okay, but it gets.
There is nothing about the 5150 that is fake.
I also want to know, I lost it already. I also want to know how, oh, that right? Nuts. I also want to know how a recorded 5150 that was like blasted on public platforms could be fake. I'm asking, you know?
Nothing. It played out on live.
Fact. Because I saw it the next day.
So I don't know how, if the police were watching the entire fucking thing.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is it. Sorry.
And had to remove me from my home because of what they were hearing and seeing. I had knives.
Let me get to the call.
Here.
I'm going to try to cut out what I can.
That was silent stuff that she had done, a lot of it.
I'm trying to
attack.
That's
so she's gonna say something.
Is that the only person she said?
I don't want to use that. You know, I'm trying to get to the part that Brittany is sobbing on the phone.
No, I know about it.
I asked Monster for it, so I'll have it.
Why this is happening. I needed to take a responsible for the situation because official, and I didn't mean to break. I'm not going to be responsible for. So
maybe it's part 2.
I allowed that. Delete everything about you in that. That's what I'm saying.
Now we all know that Brittany watches lives that are about her quietly.
And I'm glad, Frankie.
Mental
quietly.
State.
Right?
I was at the movie.
It's the other one, right? That's what I'm saying.
And she told me, make me. So I kicked off my slides, and I took my...
I don't want to... It's not about her, you know? Oh, there's a part 3? Ooh, I didn't see part 3.
I can show you so much. I'm trying out for Savage. I don't give a fuck about her. If you are in I'm a racist, right? If it was that, didn't I just hear the N-word come out your fucking nasty mouth like a month ago?
Touch screen.
Bitch, like twice in a row? I did. I am not a racist. What this they're lying about
is my dad being KKK member. I have told my story day one on this app. I have a huge platform. I did addiction recovery, okay?
She had a huge platform doing addiction recovery. Do they sell that on the TikTok shop these days? I know you and I said I shook my head. I didn't verbalize.
My story has always been the same.
Has it?
Absolutely was raised by a fucking piece of shit racist, okay? Absolutely.
Screen.
I don't believe that black people are fucking normal humans like this.
She's sobbing to Monster's friend while Monster was off the app having a nervous breakdown. Sobbing. TikTok shop. Maybe, do you think that they sell something for that personality on the TikTok shop? Asking for, you know.
Tap the screen. This is pretty bad.
I bet my black friend Kitty.
I'm going to skip that because.
Tap.
My dad was not the KKK. It was a. Let's work on not using that word, okay? I don't use it. I got hard. Look, I've been honest too.
She doesn't use
I
it.
don't have hard.
And Marge's skin. Right.
Okay? Now, if I'm listening to a song, and the lyrics, now would I do that on live or in front of any black person I didn't know? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Most songs have written their black. It's different. And I understand that.
Yes,
I will absolutely some lyrics to a song and use the word. I grew up embedded into the moment I could talk and call people a N-word. I don't do that. The one bitch that I did it to was trying to destroy my life. It doesn't make it okay.
So, which bitch are we talking about? That's trying to destroy your life? Because I know,
Moved on her. I'm sorry. I have apologized.
It must have been.
And then the phone, she dropped the call on me. I think she knew. But let me say this.
I'm not trying to play anything but the call because it's personal. I don't.
This what happened was. I played it in all. I'll get a hold of you
That
in a little
part.
bit.
That part.
And she was
That
scared
part.
of what they were.
Exactly what you just said. She is her
I'm not gonna
worst.
show that though. Brittany, you're texting me. Brittany, you're texting me when you need to come in here. And I'm not playing. I sent you screenshots.
So that I think that's answer the call. But so like here's the thing, right? How many of y'all would let me pull the DM up and y'all will know exactly what I'm talking about because I'm sure that y'all will know the second I say something. Well, I guess you saw my videos, so that doesn't really make a difference. Oh, not the church, blah. But because Britt and Icy. So May 14th is Britt started communicating with Icy, which is the account that did post the picture, right? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to, I think I might have saved it under Icy. Listen, I think I saved it under Icy. Britt and Icy, no, I need, who was that? Was it May? I'm sorry, I'm trying to locate them. I don't remember what they were saved under. But Grow and May did try to say that they knew that it was, yes. Listen, I'm going to find the DM. Just give me 1 second. And when the first paragraph, you'll know. Because the things that was said, Brittany did not actually do, right? So, hi, the only person, this phone is going to die, so I got to be fast. I'm going to read you the first DM, and y'all tell me what you hear, okay? Because I sent them immediately to other people and said, who does that sound like? Where the fuck are they? Oh yeah, I knew immediately. That's how I know that she is like. That's why what's so fucking wrong about it, right? Because I did send it to other people, and I was actually on the phone with Rainbow, okay? And I said, "Who is that? Read it." And she's, hold on, I'm trying to get to it. I'm sorry. And I said, "Who does that sound like? Who does that sound like?" And when she read it, it's Goddess Karma. It's got to be. It's either Goddess Karma or Shanti, because that is the only place that I hear these things come from. Hold on. Why is it not here? Don't tell me that I sent it in Snapchat. It's on this phone. Essentially what the DM says is that Brittany attacked a disabled child that tried to unalive. Oh, did I send them to you, Nods? Maybe it's there. Oh, really? That's interesting. Because they're still friends. Right, exactly, Lily. And how do I know that? Because that's not stuff that Brittany actually did, right? So it's gotta come. It would only come from the same camp, right? Which is Goddess Karma and what's it called? Hold on, I'm trying. Because I was asking permission. I got that. Hold on. So you can. Here we go. Ready? Okay, here we go. She will dox anyone and everyone. She will threaten and come for someone's kids. She makes fake pages. Thanks, Dirty. She makes fake pages on people and people she don't know. Ready for this? Are you ready for this? She pretended to be someone's husband that was in the military and doxed him and his girlfriend or wife. She has called CPS on people, but you say I called CPS and HUD on you too, so take that with a grain of salt. She comes after people's kids and disabled kids to the point where they have tried to, okay? She doxed a child who was being sex trafficked. She did a live on YouTube last year that is getting her in trouble with the law. That is how bad it is. She private the live, but people have it. The list is bad and goes on and on. She is a huge racist. Someone put a snark page up on her last year. She got so butthurt and scared she got it taken down. She has sat with Mac for a while and wants to be the female version of him. She sits with this old lady who is able to get people's accounts down on TikTok. Now, that only comes from one person. How do I know? Because I was also accused wrongly by the same person, right? And I don't think we do anybody any justice when they have done wrong things and we lie about things that they've done. I know. You know what I'm saying? When we lie about it, it takes away from the things that they've done, right? It's like if somebody has done enough bad, right, and then you throw lies in, it waters down the bad. Does that make sense? Like, do you know where I'm trying to go? I don't know anything about pages on you. You know what I'm saying? So like, if there's already bad there, right, lying doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I just prefer not to do that. But this 1000% is things that were pushed by Goddess of Karma, right? Because what happened? Goddess of Karma was pushing them to Beanie Mama. Beanie Mama called Lily Grace and threatened me, Britt, Katie, for all this shit that none of us did, right? And then it carried on. Right? And even though Beanie Mama now sits with Britt, I guess she thinks we all forgot about that. I guess she thinks we all forgot that she was Goddess of Karma's bestie, okay? And blamed me for things that I never did when she said that I doxed her. So the account says So this is, I don't know who Mandy is, y'all. I still don't know who Mandy is, but this account was claimed by Mandy. So she is worse than I thought. How do we get her? I'm in to help anyway. Going after kids and stuff. Oh, it was not me. It was not me. It's crazy. Icy. Icy says she does have many accounts on TikTok. I watched in so many lives and she came in with 5 accounts I know offhand she uses. She will pretend she is friends with anyone and everyone so she could use them for anything. That is factual. She has no real friends. She has a shit life. She has a serious problem with popping pills. Her man gave her a list of things that she had to follow through with, or he was taking the kids away from her and living her ass. Another goddess of karma telltale. He cheats because he's tired of her ass. She cheats on him to get money and someone to buy her weed. Okay? Oh, you're good. So, is there anybody in this chat that comes from that side of things? Because I know I have people from all over. But, like, is there anybody from that side of things that has heard anybody else say any of that besides her? Goddess Karma, Beanie Mama, Shefty, anybody? That almost came out of my nose. Like, that's the only person that says those things. So, like, if, for me, I'm talking about me, right? My concern at that point in time would have been my friend's mental health situation. It would not have been blaming people that never did that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, she tried to use it as a vehicle to get people attacked. And that was wrong. That was wrong. And so if I were Monster, I'd be pissed off too. Never mind the recorded calls she got caught up on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what leads me to believe that she really is pathological. Because she recorded that call and then gave it to somebody thinking that it was going to help her. Maybe, Mike, maybe. GGU. Things change fast around here, baby. You got to keep up. I'll be honest. Listen, this is just me. For me, right? I am legitimately, I know it might sound crazy, but like I really don't want to do drama anymore. I don't. I know that like once in a while I'll catch a troll on my FYP and I'll go back and forth with them for a minute. But for the most part, I don't want to do drama. I don't. And I think that a lot of us are in the same place, right? A lot of us are just so tired that like, for me, I'm talking about me, right? For me, it is easier to just, if I did something wrong, apologize and keep it moving. You know what I mean? That's just me though, right? And that's the crazy thing is that so many of us have moved on with lives, right? So many of us are like way past, you know, the Ashy Cat stuff and stuff like that. Also take note, Shafty, baby. It's going to be a hard pass for me. Ms. Mama of Demons and whatever other fake accounts. But this one you actually tried to show your face on. I give you some credit there. Check her TikTok. Oh, she's here. She really made a new account and put her face on it. Are we right back here though? I don't think we are. I think it's going to take me a really long time. No, Shafty. Shafty. Stop, Meg. I think that for most of us, I just want to live in. I can almost sit with anybody, right? There are very few people. Oh, are you mad about it? Are you mad about it? Why are you here? Is it old though? It's all shit where's ancient history? What did I say that was ancient history? Because I'm pretty sure everything that I've talked about was like recent, the past week. What? There's a room full of my friends in here, and they will tell you that we have a difference of opinion all the time. All the time. But what's never okay is grooming. Okay? What is never okay is talking about people's children, dead family members, calling funeral homes like you think you know something. You know? Amen. Laugh your lifetime. That, I mean, hey. Who's mad about it? Are you good? Oh, thank you. And that salty, that part, right? There are a lot of people that things had to go the way they went for me to see things the way I do. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? But I will never be okay with children. Like what? This is all new. Are you confused? Or nah? I know. And I don't even have to say anything. The people in the chat could just tell you. It could never be me. I heard that Brit doesn't have much support these days. So it can't be butterflies. Right? Oh, it could never be me. It could never be me. No, what? I did move on. Stop it, Fuzz. Oh, it's so sad to me, dude. So sad. It could never be me. You know what I don't do? I don't go into lives and just like act like an asshole. Oh, are you only following one person? Imagine that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know, right? And here's the thing, like I think that people, hi Christy, I think that people really don't know how much I laugh. You know what I'm saying? I laugh more these days than I have in like ages. I know that's right, Sam. I know that's right. Oh, you know where I laugh a bunch? Drake Talk. I love that. I am a little behind though, Sam, on a lot of what happened with like the stuff you sent me yesterday, the tea. Like tea, not. I know. I'm telling you. I can't listen, y'all. I ain't never screamed at my phone, spitting all over the place with a lisp. Like that has never happened ever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about y'all, but I got like a lot of shit going on in my life. And I still sit here and just laugh. I laugh. Oh boy, same. Also, I just wanted to like, just so we're really clear, Jessica Kent is the only verified creator that I have ever addressed. God, like, is there anything that she's ever been right about? Ever in like the history of the internet? Ever? I think, it's the remember, let's play the remember when game. How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? Remember when Britney sent topless photos to somebody that was mentally not stable or intelligent? Do you remember that? I remember that. I remember that. Oh wait, no, they were good. I think that they were responding to the person in the chat. You could fix it. Oh, I just invited somebody. I didn't mean to do that. But do you want to come up and he's licking my legs? You want to come up and tell me about it? You could click the thing on the, oh man. Was that you? Text me again. Was that you? I'll fix it. The Gotta Go account? There we go. Fixed. He is legitimately licking my legs. I got it. And I'm start figuring it out. Who's repeating? What did I repeat? What did I repeat? I'm just wondering. And also, just so you know, I know you might not understand this, but like for me, people are coming in and out all the time. They might miss something that I said, so I may have to repeat myself. Holy shit. You don't know anything about that, do you? I bet not. Also, remember when Brit was annoyed that the chat was dead because nobody wanted to talk to her? So it was all hate watchers. Remember that? I remember that. I remember that. Right. It's like people are crazy. It's crazy. Oh, she's YouTube famous. I know. Why don't you come on your, like, why can't you come on your main? Like, at least then I could have a little bit of respect for you, right? Because you have balls. This just makes me roll my eyes and be like, God, how embarrassing. Can't even say it from your own face? That's sad. That's sad. Could never be me. Everything I say comes from my face. And I don't even hide on Reddit, where most of y'all do. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. If somebody wants to do a reverse image search while I'm live, that'll be great. Because I'm sure they're attempting to dox somebody's family member, right? Oh, is that you, Brittany? Is that you? Or is it somebody coming from Cloud Server? It's one or the other. That's sad. That's embarrassing. You know y'all can come in on your main account, right? Oh, Papa. Or no. Stop. You could come in on your main account though. We could talk. Why don't you want to talk? Thanks, you riots. Thank you. Ow, Charlie. Yeah, I know. They're so cute. I love them. But can you look, the button on the bottom, right? It says, it's like a little pink and blue symbol. Why don't you go back and get your real account, right? And you come back and press that button. I will let you in. Thank y'all. I will let you in. You don't want to do that? It's somebody that knows Mel. No, I know that's not you. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out because they had to get it from somewhere, which means that the image will be able to be found on a reverse image search, right? So it's only a matter of time. So why not just come on your main account and own it? You know what I mean? Imagine, y'all. It is. It's only a matter of time. I promise you. It took me 30 seconds to figure out that the account that Britt was blaming me for was actually somebody else. Why is that? Oh, stop it, Meg. He's driving me nuts. Also, can somebody tell Brittany that the text message that she sent regarding John taking care of my guinea pigs in April, at the end of April, oh, baby. He still has them, and he takes care of them. Does he? Are you sure about that? God, thank you, Shell. I could not imagine, like, the percentage of wrong. You know what I mean? I can't imagine that being the case for me. Like, I'm so glad that I'm always on the right side of things, you know? Because, Lord, the lie detector, amen. It determined that was an absolute lie, and it cost me a shit ton of money to get the 3 that were left to safety. But she knew. He loves them and takes very good care of them. Right. Thank you. I like to play, right? I don't really, I don't, I know that some people don't, and some mods will just, you know what I mean? I personally like a game of cat and mouse, right? And the more that they talk, the more that I get clues as to who they are, right? And then I really laugh at them for being too pussy to come on their main. And believe it or not, I don't have problems with many people right now. I know, and I can assure you it's not one of the people that you're thinking of. But I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for completing my live goal. I appreciate y'all. There was somebody that I needed to call after, and I don't remember who it was, so I really hope that they send me a message. Stop it back. And I will post this on YouTube when I get a chance. But I do hope everybody has a good night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I will